Good morning. I woke up today realizing that liars tend to get a lot in life. But the one thing I know that's true about people that lie is they're only prolonging the inevitable. Growing up, I used to always see my brother cry so much. My little brother used to cry over everything, but one thing he always did was lie about everything. He would see the sky, and you'd be like, what color is the sky? And he would say it's green when it's clearly blue. And he knew it was blue. He would just lie to you. And this led to him crying all the time. So in my mind, that led me to believe that I can't lie because I don't want to cry like my younger brother. I'm older than him. I'm stronger, or whatever I may think. I don't need to lie because I don't want to cry. And I know that lying can hurt you. And all throughout my life, whenever I've felt the most pain, it's when I lied about something or tried to be somebody I'm not. See, if I'm talking about trying to be somebody I'm not, whenever I'm chasing girls, especially when I was younger, I used to always put on a persona. I used to always be nonchalant, the nonchalant dreadhead, and just be this cool, chill guy that I really wasn't. My personality's pretty goofy, I'm pretty out there, and people love it. But for some reason, when I saw a girl that I found attractive, I would always turn into another person that people wouldn't even recognize me. And the thing is, that girl doesn't know the actual me, so she ends up just going along with it. But the thing is, if things don't work out between me and that girl, I get extremely hurt. Why? It's because I wasn't honest with myself. I wasn't honest with that person, that girl, or whoever it may be. Because I found the best way to alleviate your pain with some of the stress or depression or anything that comes along with things not working out is by being honest. See, if I see a girl that's attractive and I'm myself 100%, I'm not holding anything back. I have nothing to lose, and things don't work out, I can leave knowing at least I was myself. I didn't change anything about myself, and they saw me. I couldn't change anything because that's me. That's always been me, and that's who I'm always going to be. But if I turn into this other person, that's this nonchalant dreadhead person that I'm not, clearly, and things don't work out, I'm going to be very sad. I've had moments where I've cried to myself because I tried to be somebody I wasn't, and things didn't work out between me or with a girl or anyone else, and I got really hurt. And I think always in the back of my mind, what if I was just honest and would have been myself? And I'm trying to save you or anyone listening from this type of pain that I experienced a lot throughout my life. See, recently, I experienced a breakup in a relationship I was in, and I realized that I don't feel too bad about it. And I always was so confused. I'm like, why do I not feel that bad about this? And it's because I was myself. I was 100% myself. I did things to the best of my ability that I knew that was the best. Sometimes I didn't do things the greatest, but I thought it was the best thing to do. And even some of my flaws and things I knew I was bad at, I'd always tried to work on. And I realized that I'm not perfect. I'm not going to get everything right, but at least I'm trying and I'm being myself. And when things didn't work out, I stepped back and I said, I'm fine. And it's honestly foreign to feel this okay after a breakup or anything happening. Because over these past couple years, anything with girls, I've always tried to be somebody I'm not. See, I would always have these plans. I would see these girls I had crushes on, and I would always, try to plan out ways I would go talk to them, ways I would interact with them. I would plan these things out. I would almost have a script for myself. And they didn't end up working. And I got really, really hurt by them because I wasn't myself. I can't go back and say, hey, I'm sorry, I was being somebody that's not me. Let me just be myself. No, it doesn't work like that. They're going to look at me like I'm a weirdo and probably walk away because I screwed it up. I wasn't myself. And they're not going to give me a second chance. But the thing is, you need to take your first chance, which is you being yourself. Don't wait until things get to a certain point where you feel like, I can get comfortable now. Let me finally show somebody myself. Because what if somebody is so in love, or they know the person you're not, and they think that's who you are, and when you finally be yourself, they're like, who is this? I don't like this person. I don't like you. I like the other person you were trying to be. then you're not going to know what to do. You got to decide if you're ever in that situation, do I be this person I'm not, or do I be myself? The person I've known my entire life, do I change myself for someone else? But the thing is, you can change yourself for someone else as long as you don't forget who you are. You have to love yourself and realize that you're not going anywhere. You're with you through thick and thin. You're always going to be the closest person to you. So don't ever disrespect yourself by trying to be somebody you're not. The personality you have right now and the personality you've built on all these years is a great personality. To you, that should be a great personality. And once you start loving yourself and realizing that you have value as a human, that's when things start to feel a little bit better, when you're more honest with yourself in any situation. Whether you're having a job interview or you're meeting a new person that you want to impress, don't try to just put on this face. Understand that there's a time and place for everything. There's a time and place to be goofy or have this certain part of your personality that you're really good at, but sometimes you may not need to show that part of your personality because it's not the time. It's okay to suppress part of yourself for a certain period. But never just lose yourself in trying to do something or be something you're not. When you're applying for a job or you're trying to get a job of your dreams or whatever it may be, understand that they want to see the real you. Because the truth is, if you're in a job, just like with any relationship, and they start seeing your true colors, they may not like you. And I want you to understand that I want you to have a job. Be with someone. Have those relationships or friendships or anything in your life where people know you for you. Because the thing is, you're not holding anything back. You're not trying to be somebody you're not. You're a great person. And honesty is honestly the best policy. SpongeBob was right. They used to say that in SpongeBob all the time growing up. All throughout my life, I've understood that integrity and honesty is so important. But no matter how many times people can tell you that growing up, people always try to be somebody they're not due to things like social media or people telling them they have to do certain things a certain way. Girls I grew up around, or girls I was attracted to growing up. I always had my friends, I'd go to them, I'm like, dude, I don't know what to say to this girl, what should I do? They would give me almost these scripts or things I should say. Sometimes I would have that good friend that would be like, I think you should do this, but honestly, you should just be yourself. And I really appreciate those people for saying that. But some people would straight up say, you need to say this or it's not going to work out. But the thing is, the things they would tell me to say usually isn't something I would say at all. For instance, anytime my freshman year, I would try to get with this one girl, and I always had people telling me I needed to say certain things. And when it didn't work out, they would say, oh, I told you so, bro. You shouldn't have did it that way. You shouldn't have been yourself, because they're not going to like that. And you know what I did? I kind of believed them. And I'm like, maybe I should change a bit of who I am. So I started listening to my friends. I started doing these scripts. And what happened is that things started to get a little better. And I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I do need to change everything about me. But eventually it all came tumbling down. Because, you can only hold up this mask for so long before your true colors start showing. And that's what happened to me. See, I did this for so long, and I realized that this isn't me. So I started becoming worse and worse as trying to do these things that I never would have done, or I never would have said. So things didn't work out, and I got really hurt by it. Why? I got really hurt because I wasn't being honest with the person and with myself. I was trying to be somebody and do things that had nothing to do with me at all. And it hurt me. It hurt me so bad. And I tried to do it again in the future, and then I would always get hurt so much. And like I said, with this recent breakup, this is the first time in my life I've been myself. Unapologetically myself to the best of my ability. Even understanding my flaws. Understanding that I'm not perfect in any area. And sometimes I need to suppress certain parts of myself and learn and improve. But I was myself. And I'm fine. And it's great. I want you to get to a point where you experience conflict. You experience things in your life that are just terrible. You don't want to experience it all. But the thing is, you were honest. You did things that you thought were right. You didn't just listen to everyone else or what society or social media tells you. You sometimes just listen to yourself and understand that this may not be the best way to do things. This may not be what this person wants, but at least you did it honest. You did it honestly. Tell people what you want to tell them. Don't tell them what you think they want. Actually do tell them what you think they would want to hear, but don't just completely cater to people, completely forgetting yourself. Understand that you're a human too. You deserve to have your ideas and your thoughts and your emotions showed to someone. I don't know who that may be, but just show them. Be honest with yourself. Don't hold anything back. Don't tell yourself that you're the problem all the time if you're not the problem. You understand? Please. Save yourself from heartache. Save yourself from pain in the future by simply being honest with yourself or anyone else. You can get the best job. You can get the best relationship. You can get the best friendships you want as long as you're honest. Because I would hate to see you or anyone else have a relationship, have a job they built off of a lie. Because eventually you're going to get months, weeks, years into that thing, and you're going to really realize that you really lost yourself along the way. You're sitting there with your girlfriend or maybe even wife in some cases. That happens to some people, and they're reclining on the sofa one day. They're like, I don't know who I am because I just built this whole relationship, wife, maybe even family off of a lie. And people will continue to live their lives in a lie because they just rewrite everything about themselves. And sometimes people think that's okay, but I don't think that's okay. Because every aspect of who you are is so beautiful. And you need to understand that. Every aspect and part of your personality is a legacy from the people that have gone away from your life. The people that's built you up to be who you are. Your parents, your siblings if you have them, your friends growing up, your experiences. They help you become the person you are right now. So never ever forsake that. Understand that you should honor that. Those people put their blood, sweat, and tears into getting you to where you want to be. And I want to be a dad one day. I want to have kids, and I want to do the same thing for them. And if I'm putting my money and my time and my effort, and I would die for these kids, and I get to a point and realize that they're living a lie in their life, they're forgetting themselves, it's going to make me feel so hurt because I realize I just invested my life into this kid and he threw it all away because he wanted to live a lie. Don't live a lie. It is loving and honoring to the people that brought you up to where you are now by being honest, being your true self, because it's amazing to see yourself thriving, to look in the mirror when you're winning in life, even after you failed so many times and said, I am who I am. I didn't lie to myself. I maybe had to suppress certain parts of myself in certain scenarios. Maybe in a serious setting, you don't want to be goofy. That's what I mean. There's a time and place for everything. But if you can get to a place, a job, a relationship, and look in the mirror and say, I love who I am. Because I am who I am. I'm the same kid I was when I was 5 years old, 10 years old, teen that I was when I was 15. This is an aspect of every aspect of your life leading to where you are now. So be honest with yourself. I want you to be able to look in the mirror and say, man, I love myself. I didn't live a lie. This is truth. This is who I am authentically 100%. It's a great feeling. And I'm able to do that in some areas. And I know that if I keep that pattern and that cycle up, I'm going to get great things in life. And yes, I may experience relationships and jobs that I feel like I have to lie to myself and be somebody I'm not. But when I have to really step back and realize something, that something is that I don't want this. Because I know who I am. I love who I am. And I don't want to lose myself in this. Don't lose yourself in other people. Don't you lose yourself in jobs. Don't lose yourself in anything. Understand that you're important, you're beautiful, every aspect of who you are now is so many different factors and so many different people that want to see you be honest with yourself and honest with other people and just honest. Honesty is the best policy. So never live a lie. Be your true, 100% authentic self, like I'm doing right now. Save yourself from pain in the future. That way you can have the best life you've ever wanted. I don't know when that may be. That may be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. But you got your life ahead of you whenever that happens. It's going to be great. And just trust me and be honest with yourself. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you're able to be more honest moving forward in your life. And never ever lie to yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a blessed day.